Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. So I don't like the look of this D. Listen, I don't need gay or straight boner pills. My boner works just fine.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I want to see boobies! I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Hi. Yeah, I am late. Listen, I've been doing multiple things here, including watching Starfleet Academy. So I'm slightly unsynced. So yeah, fine. I will tweet out right now, Kratos, if that's what you do require. I will do it right now. I was kind of doing many things at once, including shaving and making myself look pretty for you guys. I mean, you want me to look pretty for you, don't you? You want me to look pretty. If I'm going to suffer, I'm at least going to look good doing it, all right? So, all right, let me do this. All right, so I hate typing in an angle. That's a problem. Don't type it in an angle. 1 p.m. I'm boldly losing my mind. Okay, link below. Add the picture for the thumbnail. There's the thumbnail. Add the link. Description below. There. Are you happy? Are you happy? I've posted it on Twitter where my account is essentially useless because nobody pays attention to what I say over there. Anyway, good afternoon. I want to say good morning, but it is afternoon. I clocked out early last night, as early as I can at times, because I had to get a lot of rest. I got a lot to do today, both personal and for your entertainment. We have to do this show, but then also, as I just said a moment ago, I've begun watching Starfleet Academy. I'm only into episode 1. I'm only doing episode 1 today. I'll do episode 2 tomorrow. I'm about, 35, 40 minutes in of this first hour, 15-minute episode. And and it's just boring so far. And I haven't gotten into the super lore-breaking stuff I know is coming. I've already seen some stuff online when I woke up this morning. But I haven't gotten that. But it's poorly written. There's already so many problems in terms of little things. And most importantly, it's not Star Trek. It's set in the Discovery timeline. So, but stay tuned for my review. Excuse me. I'm going to attempt when we're done here, do a little busy work, take a short break, and then I'm going to finish watching that garbage. I'm going to attempt to get that review out tonight. I'm going to attempt to, so I can get the second one out tomorrow and not be too far behind. A lot of people already ahead of me in terms of watching and saying stuff. So I have a little catch up to do. At least I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball. Anyway, so there's that. But it's Thursday. We're almost through the week. And there are other things to talk about today besides Starfleet Academy. I mean, I'm not going to spend that's all you get from me on this. You want to watch my rest of my takes, go to my review when it's up. I don't know. There's a lot of Starfleet shitting because it's Discovery. It's already poor because of that shit. Anyway, but I will say this. I can say that we're getting the panel shows coming together. I think we're going to do it on Saturday. Brad won't be there this weekend because he's got personal plans already made. But Brad will join us next time. And now all I need to do is figure out when we're going to pre-record drive-in. My VPN's still running. Come on, we're fine. Are we fine? We're fine. We're okay. Anyway, so we got a few other things to talk about. I got a couple things, but the rules remain the same as always. $10. Get you an Adam rant on just about anything within the pop culture, nerdy, fun, interesting range. We try to avoid politics, even when it creeps in to what we love. $15 gets you Ask Me a Question. I'll tell you no lies. We can start a discussion. How to do that. And then we'll have a discussion. $15 also gets you Hot Take Instant Reaction to an article we may come across in the news, or one you may. I'm reading the chat at the same time. This distracted me. One you may come across you want me to react to, which I haven't. Then, of course, $35 gets you chat, maybe watches reviews, where I watch an episode of television or movie of your choice and review it live on the stream with no edits, no takesy backsies. It's just straight uncut. And no Kel, I have not yet. I took last night off. I did a little pre-work for my next Dragon Quest gaming stream. I just did a little pre-work for that, a couple recordings and a little grinding. And then I watched a new anime and then I went to sleep because I have a busy day. Since I don't have anything to do tonight, once I'm done with the review, I will download the demo and play it. Since you guys seems like you're getting into it, looks like we might have some fun on our hands. So I have things to do. I got to get things out of the way. Got to work before you play. I got to work before I play. So I got a lot of stuff to do. So I will do it. I will get in. I will check it out tonight. I had a choice last night. Relax, go to sleep, get some sleep. I slept longer than I even intended today. And I went to bed relatively early for me last night. And I still slept longer than I had intended. So I got a bunch of sleep. Anyway, so what we got here. All right. I'm going to talk about it anyway, but stop trying to sneak one in, bot. I'm going to talk about it anyway. Stop trying to sneak one in. Stop trying to do that. More like EQ2. Well, the launch is in 13 days. The official 1.0 launch is in 13 days. So if it's good, I'm going to check it out tonight. So I'll be on tonight and we'll check and I'll jump in with you guys on the demo. I got to assume the demo is obviously connected to the whole online servers, because otherwise how are you guys playing together? I guess so. But I'll check it tonight, and it's only $24, so it shouldn't be that bad. Anyway, so we got stuff to do today. I got two things we're going to go over, and then we got the news. These things are mentioned in the news, but I take my choice to talk about them because one I saw yesterday night. One happened yesterday afternoon. Jed alerted me to it first, and we're going to talk about it, but it's more also laying the groundwork for a discussion on Sunday, because these are two topics that really require a panel discussion because we're all into these things and we all have different levels of experience. So let's get into this. Let's get into my first one. Hello, Prof. How are you? So let's go with the latest thing that happened this morning. Clanker already tried to ruin it for me. Clanker's got to bring it up and think he's getting one on. Clanker's got to think he's getting one past the goalie, but I was already going to talk about it. So you're not getting a freebie here because you launched it in the chat. I was already going to do it. So this happened this morning. We already knew that Phoebe Waller-Bridge was going to ruin Tomb Raider because Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a walking. She's a walking disaster. She's a walking, talking, agenda-driven disaster and ruins everything she touched. She ruined, all right. James Bond already sucked. Daniel Craig James Bond was already not James Bond. It was shit. But then she came in and managed to ruin it some more when she script doctored the final Daniel Craig movie. All right, so people may forget that, but Phoebe Waller-Bridge came in with No Time to Die and made it even worse. You might forget that, but she did. Then, of course, we all know what she did when she gave the kiss of death to an Indiana Jones movie. Horrible. And she loved it because she got to punch Harrison Ford in the face ruin Indiana Jones for people. But guess what? There are only 3 Indiana Jones movies, so you're fine if you just watch the original Indiana Jones trilogy. You're fine. You're fine. But then we already knew that there was going to be a problem. There was going to be a problem because we've known who Lara Croft is going to be for a while now. We knew that they cast Sophie Turner as Lara Croft. Now, Sophie Turner is not an unattractive woman. She's not an unattractive woman. I'm not going to particularly say she's a really good actress or anything from what I've seen her, and I'm unimpressed. But she is not Lara Croft. And now we have the first visual evidence to prove it. Oh my. Oh my. Let's get a big zoom in here. Now, again, I'm not throwing Sophie Turner out of bed. Don't get me wrong. But this is not Lara Croft. It looks cheap. And listen, Sophie Turner clearly lacking in the titty department. So Lara Croft has this. Now, granted, Adam, Lara Croft hasn't been chesty for years in the games. Yeah, those games don't count. Those are the games people want to forget happened. We're talking about original Lara Croft. We're talking about Lara Croft we know and love, and even with her pixelated tits, we're a lot of dicks in our hands jerking off to it when we were teenagers because we're men and we're horny. Point is, this is our first taste of the Lara Croft Tomb Raider show coming out on Netflix. I think later this year. Don't quote me on that. And yeah, I said Sophie Turner wouldn't do it. Now I'm going to assume she's in something of shape. I don't know. Can Sophie Turner do? Can she do the choreography? Is she going to be? Are you threatened by Sophie Turner? Is she sexually threatening to you? Because that's what Lara Croft is, sexually threatening. Because she's hot. You kind of want her to, treat you a little rough. I mean, even if you're not into it, you want her to, because then you're gonna have an incredible experience. I'm not. This is not exciting. This is not a good omen. I mean, it's not terrible, but as the meme is going around, it looks like it's a cosplay from a cheap costume shop. That's what it looks like. And she's in shape, but I don't get Lara Croft fit from this. I do not. This is not, I don't get the vibe. You don't get the vibe at all. And I'm not sad because I don't care. I don't care. I never had faith in the show to begin with. Now I'm going to review this show. This is an easy review. No, not a problem. Now, I didn't play every single game. I only played the first one because I won it for free in a contest. I think I've told this story. I won it for free in a contest. I was a kid, and at some point I entered an online contest for a magazine. I was gaming magazine or something. And then one day a box showed up in my house that I won a copy of Tomb Raider. I'm like, okay, free copy, get free game, great. Free PS1 game, I'll play it. And I played it, and I was bored. I didn't love it. This is when it was still kind of just running around shooting gorillas and dinosaurs and shit like that. So, I mean, Tomb Raider is not exactly something close to my heart, but I am down with it when it's fun. And I doubt this is going to... Phoebe Waller-Bridge is not a good writer or director, unless you're into Agenda. Sophie Turner is a mid-level actress, and the people they're surrounding her with, the cast, as we've been hearing for the past few weeks, these are all people I hate. Not excited, not enthused. So this is going to be a disaster. And I'll be here for it. And I hope you join me. Should be fun. Whenever it comes out. I don't know. Whatever. Coming soon. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Netflix. Amazon. It's Amazon. Look at that. I'm sorry. Amazon. I'm wrong. It's not Netflix. It's Amazon. At least I corrected myself before we were done here. Because we are done here. Yeah, Sophie Turner, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Not a good combination, if you ask me. We'll talk about more of that on Sunday. More on Sunday. Now, there is something also, I guess, in video game live adaptation news that happened yesterday afternoon, long after we were done here. If it had happened during the show, or if I'd known about it during the show, I would have brought it up then. But we do have to talk about this, because this is important. This is something we have talked about in the past. This is not a story we are unattached to. Yesterday afternoon, we got the information that we finally have our live action Kratos for the upcoming Amazon Prime. I got it right this time. Amazon Prime God of War TV series, which will be set in the Norse part of the saga, which I still think is a mistake. You should start with the Greek. But hey, who am I? I'm just a guy who played all the basic games. I just played the original games, and I played 2018 and Ragnarok. I'm just a guy who played the games. Don't listen to me. Who understands that the story needs to be carried over from Greece to the Norse saga. That there's connective tissue that needs to be addressed. That flashbacks just won't cut it. But I get ahead of myself. So we got our Kratos yesterday, and it's going to be Ryan Hurst. Ryan Hurst, visibly of what's it called? The motorcycle show. I just had it and I forgot it. Damn it. I had it and I forgot it. Whatever. The motorcycle. I just forgot it. I just completely out of my head. I had it ready to go. Boop, gone. Completely gone. Anyway, so we know him from that and other things too. And Sons of Anarchy, thank you. Sons of Anarchy. I had it and I lost it. Too many different things in my head going on right now. Anyway, so yeah, we originally see him with Sons of Anarchy. Big dude, and he was the voice actor for Thor in 2018 Ragnarok, or Ragnarok more specifically, because we didn't see the Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying? He is a current day part of the God of War franchise. So everybody's saying it's good, and I agree. This is good. You got a big dude. Now, he's going to need to hit the gym. He's going to need to hit the gym to be Kratos shape. Because even though he is obviously too old, Christopher Judge cannot do it. He's the voice of Kratos. He could have, if this had been done 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if they had started with the Grease saga, Chris Judge, throw some makeup on him, he would have been if he was in SG1 shape, Chris Judge would have been Kratos. Would have been perfect. Would have had the voice, would have had the physique, would have been great. He can do the choreography, would have been awesome. But I can't have that because time does march on. Point is, Ryan Hurst is a good choice. And this reflects putting Ron D. Moore in charge of the show. People have been complaining that Ronald D. Moore, he said he hasn't played the games, he doesn't care about it. He started in Norse Saga, and that still is a red flag. But Ron D. Moore is an experienced showrunner. He knows what he's doing. Therefore, and he's also experienced writer for television. He is one of the best in the past 30 years at what he does. When he nails it. He's had missteps. When he's on his game, Ron D. Moore knows what he's doing. And clearly, casting Ryan Hurst knows what he's doing, because Ron D. Moore may not be completely up to date on it, but Ryan Hurst was in the Norse saga. He understands what it should feel like. He knows, even though he is in Kratos, he was Thor, he still was there. He understands what it should be. So you're bringing in somebody who has good connective tissue to the franchise, who is liked as an actor and a voice actor. And right away, I've heard nothing but positivity about this casting. And this is coming from a lot of people who, like myself, have reservations about the show by skipping the Grecian saga, the Greece saga. So what we have here is, I would say, are we going to call it a blue flag instead of a red flag? A green flag. A green flag to balance the red flag of where they're starting it. This gives a teensy bit of faith in this show. And it should be good. Now we have to wait and see who else is going to be in. Now 2018's, since they're starting with Norse Saga and starting the first game, we need to know who Atreus is going to be. We need to know who basically I forget. I'm not as hip to Norse god names as I am to Greek god names. So I forget all the ones, but there's still 3 or 4 castings we need to see. We need to see 3 or 4 castings to know how it's going, because it's not a heavily cast show. There's only going to be about 4 or 5 people in this show: Kratos, Atreus, some of the Norse gods, Freya, and I guess the talking head. What's talking head's name? I don't remember. Anyway, so there's only about 4 or 5 people in this show. Everything else is monsters and CGI monsters and stuff like that, because the rest of the cast, Heimdall, Odin, Thor, they ain't showing up till later on. They do not appear in the first part of the story. Very localized. So we'll see how it goes. Listen, this engenders more enthusiasm and more trust than the Sophie Turner Lara Croft picture does for Tomb Raider. People are a lot more excited for this now than they are for Tomb Raider, and that says something. So we're going to have, literally on Prime, on Amazon Prime, you're going to have 2 competing shows. Now, we are 2 years away from this. They're going to first start shooting this thing later this year, which means we're not getting it at least till the end of next year. We're not getting God of War live-action TV show until next year. So they're not going to be competing, but they will be in the same playground. And Kratos is going to beat up Lara Croft right now, it looks like. Kratos is going to beat up Lara Croft, and we're all going to be here for it. Oh, no, I said something horrible. I don't care. We're done. Okay, all right. So that is some interesting news right there. Very interesting news. Oh, my goodness. All right, so what else we got? That's all I got. That's got us warmed up. We are kind of speeding through the show here because I got to get back to Academy. Got to get that done. I got other shit to do around the house too, so I can get to Academy. Oh my goodness! All right, so let's get to the news. Let's see what we got going on in the news. And thank you everybody for being here. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. And you know what? Give me money. Give me money. I'm gonna say it. Give me money. Hit the like button, give me money, and we can have a show here. Just refreshing. Waiting for it to load because Chrome is shit. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, let's get that off and put this on. We already talked about God of War. Of course, some things we talked about are going to come up in here. Maybe some other things. Let's see what the news has in store for us today. Mubai picks up global rights to Mubi. I don't care. Who cares? Don't care. I don't want. I'm not going to that. The Actor Awards sets inaugural Met Gala inspired red carpet fashion theme. Great. So a bunch of freaks are going to dress up like freaks twice a year now. Why do they keep? All right. I'm going to ask this question. You can answer me. You don't have to answer me, but you can. You can answer me. Why do they insist on doing these award shows? Because we got the ratings for the Golden Globes worse than last year, which means they're in the gutter. They're in the trenches, covered in muck, blood, and shit. Nobody cares about award shows. So why are they making new ones? Because all that happened, I mean, there of course is that small sliver of mentally damaged retards out there who worship the ground these creeps and weirdos and queerdos walk on. Oh, I love seeing what they're wearing. Oh, my God. But everybody else points and laughs at people like Cynthia Erivo, who's a walking demon baby, who's a fucking goblin of a woman. And everybody else that shows up there. All we do is make fun of this. It just shows you they are so encapsulated in their bubble. They think that everybody loves them. Oh, we're going to watch them here. Oh, they love to watch us and clap for us. Oh, we love patting ourselves in the back and getting circle jerks. Oh. No, nobody likes any of you. And then, of course, you show up there and you start spewing political propaganda bullshit. Makes us hate you even more. Why do this? Why do this? Why do this? The Actor Awards. You already got the fucking SAG Awards. You got to do another one of this shit? Nobody cares. It's all shitty. I hate Hollywood. I hate all of them. Billy Idol should be dead. Acquired by Evan Saxon and Productions for Worldwide Theatrical. Billy Idol. Billy Idol. I don't have any thoughts on Billy Idol. Gotta blow my nose real quick. Okay. Antonio Banderas, Danny Trejo to star in fantastical sports drama Armadillo United. Well, they're friends. It'll probably be fun, I guess. Antonio Banderas and Danny Trejo know exactly where they fall in their acting realms. They know exactly where they are. Wonder Project leans into social media creators to drive viewership and audience insights. That is a reality. I don't know what that is, but what they're saying here is a reality that people care more about social media influencers and social media creators than actors, actresses, other stars and shit like that. They care more about what other people think. It's true. It's just true. Because good or bad, they're constantly putting shit out there. Netflix to remain streaming home for Sony movies, studio expand deal worldwide. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. You own Spider-Man. I'm saying, wait, it said Netflix. Oh, you know what? I read that and it didn't penetrate. Netflix to remain streaming home for Sony. That's a big deal. That means you want to watch a Spider-Man MCU movie, you got to go to Netflix, not Disney Plus. That's actually a pretty big deal. So Netflix remaining streaming home for Sony movies is a big deal. High potential season 2 cast. This Is Us alum, some chick I don't know. I never watched that This Is Us show because I have a penis. Michael Carrar, I don't care what that is. Don't care. Harry Styles is a weirdo, and I don't care what he does. CNN Films acquires Why We Dream, a World War II documentary about Normandy Legacy flight program. I love World War II stuff, but I ain't watching CNN for that crap. Marshmallow sequel set, twisty horror indie, don't care. The Pit, don't care. Comedians, these are Tig Notaro. These people aren't funny. We shouldn't listen to them at all in anything. People talking to each other, don't care. YouTube now has the biggest Sesame Street free library with more than 100 full episodes available on stream. Yeah, current day Sesame Street. Go back 30 plus years to when I watched it, when it was good, when they actually taught kids something, didn't shove agenda propaganda down their throats and try to troon them. Part 1. Thank you, Kratos. Part 1. He's planning something. It's not good for me. I can tell you that. Amazon says Fallout competition series Fallout Shelter. Oh, God. You know what? Let's make Dermy watch that and review it. Let's make Dermy watch a Fallout competition series on Amazon. Let's do that. He'll love it. He'll love it. I don't care about NFL shopping. YouTube sketch comedy brand Smosh signs with WME. Kratos for $10, combining them together. Do you think Danny Trejo is as scary in real life as he is on screen? No, from what I hear, Danny Trejo is actually a nice guy. I actually think that I believe Danny Trejo is a nice guy. He makes sets fun from what he has. And listen, Danny Trejo got to be in a nude scene with Lindsay Lohan and some other chick for one of those Machete movies. So I think Danny Trejo, people got to be comfortable with him to do that kind of stuff. So I think Danny Trejo is actually a nice guy because he gets it. Now he's old now. He's not the Machete Danny Trejo of old where he's going to be killing people all over the place. But I think Danny Trejo sounds like a good dude. He gets it. He knows exactly where he falls into his celebrity actor status. He is the stereotypical ass-kicking Mexican. And he just likes to have fun now. Kel knows something. Yeah, Kel knows what I'm talking about. Knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I think Danny Trejo's okay. I think he's all right. I think he's okay, and he's not as scary. I definitely don't scare him. That's why I guess he's a good actor for when he was doing his thing, because he can come off as an intimidating motherfucker. Covered in tats is going to kill you. Machete. I never actually saw the Machete movies. Never actually watched those. So I'm just going off of general knowledge and that stuff. Anyway, he was in Spy Kids. I didn't know. I watched the first Spy Kids movie, and not just because it was on at one point. I don't remember why, but all right. Thanks, Kratos, for the $10. And that's it. That's what I got. I mean, Danny Trejo. Nobody has a bad thing to say about Danny Trejo. Nobody does. Nobody has a bad thing to say about Danny Trejo at all. Everybody seems to enjoy him. Always do. All right. Ted season 2 trailer. Foul-mouthed teddy bear returns for more pot-fueled adventures. I never liked Ted. Also, I have a serious problem with Seth MacFarlane. I have lots of problems with him. Death Wish 3. Is that I know there's only like one nudie scene she ever did. It ripped off, and yeah. Well, technically, Kel, you could see her tits in that white nightgown in that episode of TNG. You can see everything in that episode. There's no lies being told about Marina Sirtis's tits in that episode, where she's being mind fucked, of course, to behave like an insatiable whore, because that one guy is drawing off all her emotion, dumping all his emotions into her. So yeah, shows her tits. Or was it that? So, or is that the? Or no? Or is that? Well, I can't remember which one. Maybe that's not that episode. There's so many Deanna mindfuck episodes. They kind of get jumbled together. She wasn't acting. Okay. But I don't like Seth MacFarlane. I think he's one of the worst people on the planet. He was calling people who disagree with him ideologically Nazis in 2008 before anybody else was. He's the first one to do it. He's the first. That's when I realized who he was. So, yeah. Seth MacFarlane's a piece of shit. I don't like anything he does. HBO Max bosses tout strongest slate in history as streamer rolls out in Italy amid Warner Brothers Discovery sale. Listen, HBO Max is not wrong. They have a lot of the most popular shows out there. So, they were talking about one of those shows. Hans Zimmer to compose Harry Potter HBO series original score with Bleeding Fingers music. Now, that's a fascinating turn of events right there, because you had the GOAT. You had the GOAT. Excuse me, hang on. You had the GOAT, John Williams, doing the original scores. And now you have what some call the next generation, Hans Zimmer, who does everything. Problem is, Hans Zimmer, he's a different tone. His tone does not scream Harry Potter to me. Hans Zimmer is one of the greats, dude. I mean, John Williams would be the GOAT of all time. Hans Zimmer is one of the greats. But his tone doesn't scream Harry Potter. That means you're gonna have that means you're not gonna get dun 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 dun. That's gone. That's gone. Hans Zimmer's gonna come in with something completely new. Dun, dun, I'm just kidding. He's got a different tone than John Williams, so it's good. Should be interesting. That show's got a lot to live up to. Phineas and Ferb third movie. I never liked Phineas and Ferb. And shut up. I never liked it. You are not wrong there. Listen, I love the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack. I think those soundtracks are incredible. I love those soundtracks. And some other stuff he did. Judge rejects Paramount Skydance motion to expedite Warner Brothers Discovery trial seeking details on Netflix deal. It's a joke now. It's all a joke. I don't care how to buy Animal Crossing. I'm a man, not a woman. Robert Downey Jr. says Timothée Chalamet is one of the greats and touts Doomsday as Avengers Doomsday and Doom 3 opened the same day. Yeah. RDJ got the letter in the mail. Guys, push Doomsday, RDJ. Push Doomsday. Push it. Push it. We got to create fake enthusiasm for both of these shit movies. Yes. Dune 3, Messiah / Children is going to be dog shit because Denny Vinga Lulu doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's butchered it. Fight me. Amelia Clark leaves dinner time. We talked about that yesterday. Strand release inquires Vampires of the Velvet Lounge. Oh, I don't care about a vampire movie. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Starfleet Academy is a joyous entry into Star Trek's iconic legacy. No, it's not. So far, as far as I'm into it, no, it isn't. It's already dog shit. It's already terrible. Fake shilling right there. Gap Inc. taps Paramount veteran Pam Kaufman for bullshit I don't care about. Anything else here? Springsteen can kiss my ass. We already talked about Sophie Turner not being Lara Croft. Spotify, I don't listen to Spotify. I don't care. Anything here? Queen of My Dreams. What is this? Some sort of gay thing? I don't know. Maya Yama on Love Island's global success. Whores. Ken Watanabe and Lee Sung-il on Kukuho, the kabuki gamble that became Japan's top live-action film and an Oscars contender. Hey, Ken Watanabe's a great actor. He's a great actor. I'm not going to watch this movie, but he's a great actor. X implements new Grok AI restrictions following UK investigation. Global pressure. Fuck all of that. I don't care about Grok. Don't care about the UK being truly more of a fascistic totalitarian state than we are right now. Arresting people for memes. Anything else? Anything here? Just looking through it. Netflix's Agatha Christie adaptation. Go away. 7 Dials is charmed little intrigue. Man, just stop trying to do Agatha Christie anymore. Agatha Christie cannot really be done in current day. It can't. It cannot. Not really. You know why? Because they don't have the actors for it anymore. They don't. The acting quality is not up there to do an Agatha Christie story. Don't care. That's far enough. Elden Ring Night Rain patch buffs all worst night fares. Whatever. I don't play Night Rain. Monster Hunter Wilds PC performance determined by how much DLC and player owns, theory suggests. Really? Oh, see, I don't have that problem because when I do play it, which I haven't for a while because Sam knows this, I'm kind of bored. I've gotten all I want out of it at the moment. Sam knows I don't have the love for it that he does. He's a veteran. I'm just a casual when I play these games. I get into it, play for a while, and then that's enough for me. But I don't have that problem because I have it on my PS5 where it works perfectly fine. Fallout Shelter now. Okay, we're going to talk about that. We're gonna remind me. We're gonna make Dermy watch and review this. Exorcist 33 was nominated for all but one GDC award. New Life is Strange game launches this year. Square Enix confirms following leak. Well, that's one SE franchise I have no interest in it. None at all. It's abysmal. Game of Thrones writer George R.R. Martin candidly reveals worse than rocky relationships with House of the Dragon showrunner after Rose over characters and plot. Cry me a river, you fat old retarded fuck. You sit on the top of the literary world at one point. You got one fucking job, finish your books for people who give a fuck, but you don't. Because you want to play with your trains, you want to go to award shows, you want to be presenter, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do anything but write. Because you know what the truth is. Said it before, and I'll say it again. He really can't write. He has to copy shit, and he probably has ghostwriters. And I think one of them died. I think that's when one of them died. He can't really write. He is not as good as his Tuka Slickers want to pretend he is. Germ sucks. Game of Thrones sucks. Song of Ice and Fire sucks. And you'll never convince me otherwise. Seen enough evidence. Because who gives a fuck about an Arya Stark spinoff. Anybody? No! Ridiculous. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn. Because it all sucks. It's good. One of these days, Game of Thrones, when its history is written and it's all over and that fat retarded fuck is 6 feet under in the ground, it'll be relegated to a section of pop culture history about how not to do things, not because it's great, how not to do things. And it will lose its relevance as the years go on. It'll be remembered. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not going to be remembered, but it will lose its relevance. It will lose its place. And stories that stuck their landings, that had their endings, like Lord of the Rings, and because I know it hurts them whenever somebody says it, like Harry Potter, they will be remembered. They will be held up and placed on the shelves of reverence, where Game of Thrones will be rejected by history. Not going to be forgotten, just rejected. That's what I believe. Because it is not quality. It is shit. Warner Brothers executives stand by Joker saying it just turned out not to connect with audiences. Because it was shit. Nobody wanted it. Nobody asked for it. And it was just retarded. And you made it political. Super Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai reveals the secret behind how much damage is healed by food. I had a Smash Bros. Guys, so that ain't for me. Already talked about Sophie Turner Croft. Odie Press brings Matt Kint's Flux House imprint to Free Comic Book Day in 2026. Don't care. Games Workshop reveals best-selling Warhammer 40K army set of all time. Howling. I guess that means probably the Space Wolves. It's probably Space Wolves. That's my guess. You know what? I'm going to take a quick look. I'm curious. I got to know. Yep, Space Wolves. Space Wolves. Yeah. See, I've been learned. I know what to say. I've been learned. Lord of the Rings fans have already bought up. Lord of the Rings fans have already bought up $5 million of tickets this weekend's re-release. How much you want to bet that this outgrosses? I'm just going to use that term because what it is. This outgrosses Avatar 3 this weekend. How much do you want to bet the re-release of Lord of the Rings this weekend outgrosses Avatar 3 in its 5th, 6th week? How much you want to bet? Taking bets. Put money on the table. Can't wait. I mean, I'm not going to see it. I got it right there. Why do I go see it? I can watch it here. Or I can get up and pee if I want to. Pause it. Echo is officially back. Yes, there are more Echo the Dolphin games, a franchise that's been dead for 20 years, I think. Echo games. I once knew a person who loved these games. She was very into it. I had to incorporate a little bit into the story because of her. I was never into it. I tried playing Echo games. I could never really get into them. I rented them a couple times. The Fallout TV show just blew up our theories about who dropped the bombs first, but fans believe they've worked it all out. Nobody's watching the show. Nobody's talking about this show. I even if I was still reviewing it, I doubt anybody would be watching my reviews. One, because, it's me who watches what I do. At the same time, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Fan favorite Buffy the Vampire Slayer character likely to return for a new Sunnydale series just on straight away. So we're bringing back Spike. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess he did survive at the end of Angel, but no, nobody, no. Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, Echo the Dolphin. Bully online mod shut down forever just weeks after launch. I never got into those games. Wasn't into game. Was never into Bully. Never interested in it. I cracked the code. After Avengers Doomsday, director suggested recent trailers contained hidden clues. One fan's timestamp theory is gaining traction. Shut up. These people are not that smart. They're not that smart. Both the people making it and the people thinking, I cracked the code. I'm an autistic genius. No. Just shut up. Pal World and Dead Cells are coming to Terraria with a patch. Don't care. I just want to play real Pal World when it comes back out, when it's 1.0. Jimmy Cameron says he must find a cheaper way to produce the Avatar movies in order to... All right, let me start that over. I'm going to take this one seriously. Hold on. James Cameron says he must find a cheaper way to produce the Avatar movies in order to continue with Avatar 4 and 5. Guess what? That tells you Avatar 3 is financially flopping. And I say that specifically. Financially flopping. It might hit... It'll probably hit $1 billion this weekend. It might. But it's going to financially flop. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Is it already over $1 billion? Is it? Hang on. Is it already over $1 billion? Actually, I think it is. Adam, you talked about it on Roundtable probably. It might already be over $1 billion. Oh, it's already losing this week. Oh, it did. Oh, God. It's been knocked out of the gross race this week. Yeah, I'm sorry. It already hit $1 billion. Yeah, it hit $1 billion last week. Of course it did. We talked about it on Roundtable. Point is, this proves failure. It failed. Done. Why Stranger Things fans think the writers used ChatGPT. I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right, we're done. Moving on. Starfleet Academy already a flop. Free YouTube premiere draws shockingly low viewership. Yes. Apparently, less than 1,500 people watched it, the live premiere. Yeah. It's garbage. More people are going to watch the reviews overall than the show. That's what's going to happen. She-Hulk star claims Marvel wanted her back. The evidence tells a different story. Nobody wants Tatiana Maslany. You know she's in the new Star Trek show, too. She's in Starfleet Academy. Nobody cares about her. Nick Rayner defense. I don't care. We're not going to talk about that shit. Heroic Disney World Indiana Jones cast member speaks out after onstage accident that left him with a broken neck. Wow, he broke his neck for that shit. Damn. Fuck. Lucky not to be dead, I guess. Marvel's Doomsday Clock signals a slower, more cautious MCU. Yeah, I made fun of that the other day. All right, that's it. News over. That's the news. I'm sticking to it. Give you guys a minute. Let me have a drink here. Wet my whistle. You know what? I'm going to do it again. One more time. Feels good. Throat's dry. From all this talking. And that less than 1% of the sick I still got. Anyway. Let's see. You guys throwing any more money my way? Nope, you're not. All right, we are. I'm not going to try and stretch this out too much longer because I actually got to get back. I got to do some real work. I got to do some review work. Anyway, the runtime. Yeah, I bet. Okay, so it's water. You know it's water. Clanker. Anyway. All right, so no streams tonight because one, I don't stream on Thursdays unless I'm invited someplace. Two, I got work to do tonight. I got a review to do. I'm going to, when we're done here and I continue my house chores because I have to take care of myself, I will sit back down in the seat. I will take the camera and I'm going to put it over here. Going to bring in the screen. Going to tidy up a little bit. And we're going to do a review for Starfleet Academy episode 1. Going to get that out. I'm going to get that out tonight, man. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my nose to the grindstone and I'm going to get done. Going to get it done. And you guys are going to watch it and you're going to share it. You're going to like it. You're going to leave comments because I'm going to do a damn good job. Because I am a real Star Trek fan. I've been watching this shit since the 80s. I've been watching real Star Trek since the 80s over and over and over again. I may not be the most knowledgeable. I don't know every little thing, but I've been watching forever. I love Star Trek. You can watch me watch Star Trek every Wednesday on Brad's channel, Duke Devil 95, where we have a show called Wormhole Watch, where myself, Brad, Fractured, and Hitman, we talk DS9. He uploaded our week's episode last night. Go watch it. We had a good time. It was fun. Next week's going to be a shit show, though. I hate this week's episode. Meridian. And the following one, Defiant. Puh, puh. Fucking Tom Riker bullshit. Fucking Tom Riker bullshit. Give me a break. That was one of the dumbest shit ever. Let's make a clone of Riker to bounce back because a teleporter pattern re-energized. Blah, 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 blah. No! Fuck Tom Riker. And how is he, for that episode, how is Tom Riker, how is he just as fat as Will Riker, as the real Riker? How is he just as fat when he's been scrounging away on that planet for a decade? How? Only difference is how much of is how he shaves his beard. Give me a break. I hate that episode. I hate that. It doesn't make any sense. It's one of those weaker TNG episodes. So go watch Overwatch. We do have a good time. Anyway, tomorrow Ball Busters. We've got guest X-Wing. We'll be promoting his book, Daughter's Revenge. Jeremy wants to promote the book, so we're going to promote the book. Saturday Night Drive-In will likely not be airing at its usual time. Jed and I are going to have to find some time to pre-record it and upload it on our channels later because this Saturday we will be doing a brand new panel show for the next 2 months in the slot of Drive-In. Panel show called Where No Man Wants to Go. Reviews. And we're reviewing Starfleet Academy. It'll be me, Jed. Brad will show up. Brad's got personal plans already he made prior to this weekend, so he can't be there. But Brad will show up when he can. We'll have some guests too, I believe. And have some guests. It should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to destroying and annihilating the show. I really am. We already got introduced to this Klingon in the show, who, first of all, what are they doing with his voice? And he doesn't look like a Klingon. And he's a hybrid, Kel. He's a hybrid. That's what Brad told me. He's a hybrid. A lot of hybrids in this show. Holly Hunter's character is, I didn't catch what the species was, but she's part something that can live for hundreds of years. Her character is 422 years old in this show. So she was there when the Federation was still in its glory. Or was she? Because this shit takes place 900 years after real Star Trek. So she wasn't there in real Star Trek. She wasn't there. So, and 400 years, she only made captain. Because she was only 400 minus 10, that's 12, minus 5, 407 in the prologue of the show. Anyway, the show's already dogged. We got this Klingon who wants to be a science officer and doesn't look anything like a Klingon. Doesn't have janked up teeth. Talks like this. It's retarded. A lot of half-breeds in the show, though. A lot of half-breeds. Every character, well, I think except for the main dickhead, who's a dickhead, I think everyone is a half-breed of some sort. Well, all right, the Klingon isn't. He looks like he is, but he's not. And they introduced the fucking half-breed, the fucking Jem'Hadar. Oh, God. She's a female Jem'Hadar who is a house of something and a lineage of this or that. Oh. This is such garbage. It is. I still won't call. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about, Kelly. You're connecting that to the Star Trek Online, but I'm not going to call that real Star Trek either. I'm not calling anything that draws from Kurtzman Trek or JJ Trek Star Trek. None of it. It's not Star Trek. I will not do that. I won't. I mean, I can twist things for Picard season 3 because Terry Metalis was working with a broken toy at that point, and he used duct tape and spit to get it running again. And if you just play a little mental gymnastics, you can get around it. But There is none of that is Star Trek. It's not. Anyway, so Starfleet Academy review is going to try and get one out today, one out tomorrow. Friday, Ballbusters, guest X-Wing talking Daughter's Revenge. Saturday Night Drive-In will be pre-recorded. It'll be uploaded at some point, so can't really tell you when this could be. Saturday evening, we've got Where No Man Wants to Go reviews for Starfleet Academy. And then we've got Roundtable on Sunday. We'll be talking God of War. We'll be talking Lara Croft. We'll be talking my 2 discussion questions I've already posed this week. Should be a good one. I'm excited. And I hope you're excited too. Hope you're all going to be there. Enterprise canon? What? What are you talking about? Granted, I've barely watched Enterprise, so I try not to think about Enterprise. I know it still fits in. I try not to think about it because I didn't really like it. Didn't really like Enterprise. Prequel nonsense. But I don't want to do this. I hate Cursman Trek so much. Yeah. Oh, it was? All right. See, I didn't know that. See, fucking. I mean, of course there would be an Enterprise J. There's plenty of letters left in the alphabet, as Picard said in Generations, even though we hate that movie. Plenty of letters left in the alphabet. But I hate but they created the J after they gave it a physical form after Enterprise. And that's during Cursman Trek with STO. You showed it to me. You said they rolled that shit out then. That god-awful J or K or whatever. So, it's I'm not even going to acknowledge that one. I'm not acknowledging that one. Anyway, all right. So there was an image displayed. Well, it's garbage. It's a garbage design. Then it is a garbage design. I call it a garbage design. Then I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible. I don't like it. I think it looks terrible. It looks wrong. It's as though, I mean, here, I'll bring it up. I'll show it to you guys what I'm talking about here. Kel knows what I'm talking about, but some of you might not know what I'm talking about. Enterprise K. This is the K. Is this the K? Yeah. This is the K. I don't like these designs. One, I think I don't like design because it looks too much like the Intrepid class, and I don't like the Intrepid class. I don't like this. I don't like this. I mean, this is the J. I'm sorry, this is the J. The K is horrible. This is the J. I don't like this, and I really don't like the K. I really don't like the K. I really don't like the K. I really don't like this. I just, what do you mean, here we go again? That's not the J. That's what came up on Google. Oh, that's the K? Oh, I put in K. Sorry. Damn it. All right, so that's the K. Sorry, the J. Oh, yeah, okay, this thing is god-awful. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This thing is disgusting. Sorry. I didn't like the K, the K either. Because it looks like an Intrepid class. Oh, it's too big here. This thing is ugly. This thing is ugly. It's all saucer section. And I hate that. There has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. Well, yeah, here they show it right here. Sorry, not that. That's the, yeah, they show it right here. The size comparison. Size comparison to all the previous Enterprises. Yeah, it's or other ships, because there's Voyager, there's the Defiant. Little. Yeah, this thing it's ugly. It's a terrible design. It's a god awful. The J is bad design. We looked at the K. The K looks like a fucking Intrepid class, and I don't like the Intrepid class. Looks like an Intrepid class. I don't like it. So they lost their way. They lost their way designing these ships towards the end. They lost their way. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. It's my opinion. I think it looks like shit. And I can say that. I think I love the Galaxy class. I love the OG. I love the Sovereign classes. That shit. I love the way the Sovereign class ship looks. That's a thing of beauty. I love the Defiant. Little. Love the Defiant. Okay. I nerded out there for a second. $5 incoming. Okay. He wants to warn me. Kratos warns for $5. Another question. While I post that, I'm going to blow my nose. A lot of post E comes from STO though, and that's a problem. Hey, Grump, and that's a problem. I mean, you're taking good stuff and you're warping it. All right, incoming from Kratos. So I mean, listen, call me a purist. Call me a purist. You can do that if you want. But I like Star Trek. I like Federation ships to look a certain way. And the J, the K may be, the K is it looks better than the J because at least it looks like a real ship. But the K looks like an Intrepid class, which of course I hate. But then you got the J, which is just, that's god awful. That's god awful. Well, you drive safe out there. You drive safe out there, good buddy. $10 from Kratos. Who would win? The J with support from the fleet, or a Death Star from New Hope with fighter support? Oh, shit. Here we go. Here we go. We have to now compare the technologies. I don't think... here's the thing. Here's the thing. Starfleet vessels, Federation vessels, once they got the tech upgrades for DS9 and beyond, they're very maneuverable. All right. Star Wars capital ships are not maneuverable. Fighters are maneuverable. And it all comes down to whose shield strength is strong enough. Now, I don't think any shield in Star Trek would withstand a blast from the Death Star. Or Death Star. You're saying Death Star 1. So you're saying Death Star 1. Death Star 2 is bigger, so it's got a bigger blast, but Death Star 1 could still destroy a planet. Well, I don't think they wouldn't know about the weak spot. I'm going to say they wouldn't know about the weak spot. So, navigational shield. Listen, don't try and laser me argument this. Now, how much support from the fleet are we talking about here? Are we talking a dozen ships, like a full armada? I don't know. Well, that's that pathetic laser shit. We're talking Star Wars level shit. We're talking Star Wars level stuff. They're not just lasers. They're different kinds of weapons. And I don't listen. A photon torpedo and a proton torpedo are essentially the same things. I don't think the D would wreck the Death Star. I don't think so. Because with fighter squadrons available, I don't think the D would be able to. I mean, the D by itself, I don't think so. I don't think so. The D with a Death Star with a full fighter contingent, full fighter support, and probably a couple Star Destroyers, or alone. I don't think the D does it. I don't think the D does it. I mean, you think about it like this: every time the D or any Federation ship takes damage, shit starts exploding all over the place on the bridge. Those things are fragile as fuck, dude. They're fragile as fuck. And I think the shields would collapse faster than later. So, trench run the Borg cube. That's an upgraded D. That's a bit of an upgraded D at the end of Picard season 3. and there was nothing firing at it. But the D wouldn't fit in the trench run in the trenches. The X-wings barely fit in the trenches of the Death Star 1. I mean, listen, I love Star Trek and I love Star Wars. But I think Star Wars ships, I think they're sturdier constructions than Starfleet ships, than Federation ships. If Data had the plans, Kratos, of course, you could find the weak spot if Data had the plans. But then are you going to be able to get the shot? Because do they have the tech? Because a proton torpedo can go down the chute. But can a photon torpedo do that? Now you're just trolling. Data and a shuttlecraft could take out the Death Star solo. Now you're just trolling when you say that. You just want me to argue with you. Yeah, you say that, Legatus, but Federation starships post the Dominion War are tough as fuck. All right, so I don't think a scan would no troll true shit. Oh, all right, that's your belief. I disagree. I don't think Data in a shuttlecraft would be able to trench run the Death Star. There's only 6 of you here. I'm not running a poll for 6 people right now. I'm not running a poll for 6 people. If we had double digits, maybe I'd do it. But for 6 people, I'm not gonna. It'll be skewed either way. There's not enough of a sample size here for an accurate poll. Held off the Sona. Oh man. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't think they would. I don't think a shuttlecraft. I think TIE fighters would ace a shuttlecraft. Vader alone in his prototype TIE would take out Data because the Force is stronger than Data. I think initially Federation shielding would. I think Federation shielding. That was a runabout. That wasn't a shuttlecraft. That was a runabout. That wasn't a shuttlecraft. That's 2 different things, Kel. That was a runabout. That wasn't a shuttlecraft. That was a runabout. Runabouts have armament and are built as sort of fighters. But I think TIE fighters would take it out. I think eventually the constant rate of fire from Star Wars ships would drain the ship. I mean, ion cannons. Ion cannons are shield depleters. That's what ion cannons do. They deplete shields. I think the ion cannons would rip through Federation shielding. I just do. I'd be more worried about the Borg facing the Death Star. I think the Borg would rip apart the Death Star. They're strong enough. Time travel. See, now there you go. What, gonna have time to loop around the sun? Even if they lost first. Listen, I don't we've done this before back on Mellow Mondays. Data's reaction time outpaces the Force. It's the Force. The Force is broken as a concept. The Force is predictory. Why are you spamming that? I'm not. Yeah, they had to get him in there, and that's because Data was damaged, and he was in survival mode. I honestly hate this discussion because there's no way to truly compare the technologies. There's no way to truly compare the technologies, and that's where if we had an actual comparison of how much can Starfleet shielding, we're keeping it to Starfleet, not Klingons or Romulans. How much can a Federation starship, how much of a beating can its shields take from Star Wars weapons? We don't know that. That is the key problem. We don't know. Because you can't just use the laser argument because there's different types of Star Wars and there's different categories of Star Wars weaponry. And Star Wars shielding is different. Now, I think phasers, disruptors, I think those would do a lot of damage, but I think the other ships are just structurally tougher. They look structurally tougher. When Starfleet ships get banged up, a lot of shit explodes suddenly. So what if the Doctor showed up with Chuck Norris? Stop it. See, now you're getting silly. Can't have this conversation if it's silly. And we're going to keep it going. And this is the problem also. We are these types of discussions, people are entrenched in their camps on this one. So there's no argument who's going to convince anybody else. So I believe one thing, you believe another. It's the way it is. Anyway. All right. That's as much I'm going down. Give a gut answer. I said, I think in the end, the Death Star wins. Especially if it gets a clear shot at the J, it wins. Data's fully functional. Nothing in any universe is going to withstand a full blast of the Death Star's main gun. Nothing. It's not. Not even the Borg, not the J, nothing. That thing would just annihilate everything. So, I mean, it blows up planets. It's enough force to rip through a planet. The J can't destroy a planet. It can bombard a city, sure. It can't destroy a planet. So there's the answer. So I think Death Star 1 would beat the J in the end with fighter support. Q wins. Stop it. Now we make it go away. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna wrap it up then here. Okay. Rotate shield frequencies to mitigate the Death Star blast. Are you kidding me? They can't withstand the magnitude. Not going to withstand the magnitude. Can't repel them. Can't repel that. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We that little discussion got us over the hour. I got to get back to work. I got to finish watching Academy episode 1. Yeah, I know you could argue this all day because you're combining some facts with circular arguments, which will keep this going around and around. And I can't argue this all day because I gotta review this shit show that is Starfleet Academy. And if you want me to download the demo tonight, you got to stop. If you want me to download the demo and start playing it and see if I like it too, you got to stop. All right? You got to stop. That's not true. That isn't true at all. That's not true. That isn't true. That is not true. Yeah, see, that's why he'll let me go. Not because I got to go do a review to try and help my channel grow. No, I got to download a game that none of us are going to stream. I have to go download the game, download for the game, see if I like it, and then in 13 days, buy it and see if see if I like it, which none of us are going to stream. We're not going to stream this game. This is for us to play privately and have a good time. See? Yeah, but no. Go do the thing. Don't go. We're going to keep it here so you can't go do the thing that's make the channel grow so I can make some goddamn money. Get out of this fucking shithole state I live in this almost slumlord apartment complex I live in. No, go play the game. Who's going to watch me play that game? I don't know. If it's good, yeah, but I don't know if it's true. I don't really like streaming MMOs because a lot of downtime. Anyway, discuss for later. I got to go. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, share, comment. Stay tuned for more stuff later today. I'll see you guys later. I got to go. And there we go. Where is it? There it is. Goodbye. Have a good day.